Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Block Bull Wrap now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now, today we're going to take a look at some other sort of cryptos and build our perfect portfolio going into this super cycle. Now, if I was new getting into crypto, this is exactly how I would sort of build the portfolio out. Okay, but first and foremost, we have the impact here on crypto protocols here. So this is sort of a narration and a sort of progression from the initial ISO Interledger protocol family. This was last updated in 2020, so this is almost 4 years old. But what this spider diagram is depicting, for those of you that are sort of new to crypto or unsure or never heard of the ISO 222 ecosystem, this is ultimately going to be the new infrastructure for the new global financial system, which we are moving into as the US dollar collapses simultaneously. Okay, so these are like the founding members here. And in the blue, we do have the cryptocurrencies. So there's obviously one IOTA, we've got two XRP, we've got three XLM, we've got four XDC. XDC was initially built and it was a fork of JP Morgan's Quorum here, which is, it was initially built off the back of Ethereum. So that's why you had that initial XDCE token. We are now XDC only because we have sort of built out from Ethereum off the back of that blockchain, and XDC is its own blockchain in its own right. We also have Algorand as well with Algor, and we do have that stablecoin USDC, which Circle are the company behind that. Obviously, you've got IBM, strong ties with Stellar, XLM, Hyperledger, Fabric have got a lot of sort of connections here with Accenture, Consensus, SAP, a massive software company across Europe and America. God time as well. So yeah, every sort of crypto plays its own role. Obviously, XRP was initially built out for cross borders, so for wholesale CBDCs, and then you also had Stellar XLM facilitating more sort of those lower payments, more retail payments, if you will. Then you got XDC built out for trade, sort of smart contract platform, if you will, for real world assets, etc. And then you've also got Algorand as well for helping facilitate that USDC. So when I'm actually building a portfolio for crypto, which you guys are going to help me do now, I do want some sort of involvement and some exposure to these ISO 222 tokens. So the ones that stick out for me predominantly are XRP, XLM, and XDC, because predominantly they are going to be the sort of liquidity tokens. IOTA is more like Internet of Things, almost like acts as more like a protocol in terms of relaying information, almost like a messaging sort of service as opposed to providing liquidity. Same with Algorand. Yes, Algorand can sort of facilitate payments, but in my view, it isn't going to be used as a liquidity token. So the three main ISO tokens for liquidity will be XRP, XDC, and XLM. Now, the main body in the whole of this is R3. Now, this is why a lot of people initially was involved with XRP, because XRP was the first crypto token to be settled within the R3 Corda system. Okay, initially they used Corda Settler, that was then retired. R3 and Ripple did sue each other, so I believe Brad Garlinghouse walked away from R3 because R3 wasn't giving them any enough exposure. R3 then countersued Brad Garlinghouse because they did have a contract to buy a certain amount of Ripple's XRP. And this is why the SEC are currently in litigation with Ripple, particularly like with Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Lawson, because they did sell unregistered securities to R3 initially. Now, this is what the litigation is about. You know, Ripple is saying we're not security. XRP has never been a security, and full transparency was basically there for everybody to see. However, XDC came into play, and I do believe they was the only bridge. And this initially it was built on Dazzle, which then got rebranded to Impel. So the only bridge after the Corda Settler got retired was the Impel Bridge. The Impel Bridge has also been discontinued, and that has now been taken up by SBI. SBI has strong links with XRP and XDC respectively. Okay, in my view, XDC will be used. That doesn't necessarily mean that XRP cannot be used, because like I said, SBI have got exposure to both of those protocols. However, when we're actually creating the sort of pie chart, I've actually already gone through CoinMarketCap. I've got all these coins over on the shortlist as well. So these are like my favorite coins, not necessarily utility coins, just ones that have been moving really well. For example, like Dogecoin and Cloud as well. Obviously, for those of you that follow World Economic Forum, you got Klaus Schwab, which is why I paid interest, particularly to this sort of meme coin. In my view, it's up over near enough 100% on the week, so he's doing really, really well. Market cap of 26.4 million. However, if I'm going into a super cycle now, I don't really want to gamble any money. I do want sort of crypto tokens that have been around for a while, which is why I've actually put these cryptos in the portfolio. So I'm going to start off with XRP and XDC, both of the two liquidity tokens. Now, rather than inserting Stellar XLM into the portfolio, what I've done is I put two protocols that are actually built on XLM. So I've got Velo and Stronghold. So they're both sort of micro gems at the moment. So there is more room for sort of return on investment. So rather than choosing XLM for this sort of third coin, I've actually split XLM into those two coins because Velo and Stronghold are both built on Stellar Lumens. So that way, rather than putting all my capital into XLM, I can actually split it 50-50, 50% Velo, 50% in Stronghold. And then I've got some sort of decent volatile movers. So I've gone with Gala, Veracity, which is VRA. And I've also gone for two other utility tokens, HBAR and Quant, because they are both now heavily involved in this ecosystem, as this diagram shows. Quant just for interoperability. Quant have also got strong, solid sort of background working with R3 Corda, which is the sort of main guy in all of this. So R3 Corda is the sort of main system. BricsPay, BricsClear, they're all dealing with Corda. Swift are also dealing with Corda as well. Swift GPI is also built off the back of sort of XDC network. XDC network also invested heavily with, BlackRock's heavily invested with XDC and again backing Securitize, which is backed by BlackRock. So there's a lot going on here. So these are the tokens that I've decided to go with. Now, I don't hold HBAR at the moment, just for disclosure, but I do believe it is worth holding, in my opinion, just because HBAR does not use the traditional blockchain technology. It is built on its own hash graph technology, which makes HBAR very, very unique indeed. So let's split this up now. So initially, I can alter these numbers, but initially I'm going to go 20% XRP and 20% XDC because those two tokens, I want them two tokens to be the biggest bag. Okay. Now, what I'm also going to do as well, rather than 20% into XLM, like I said, I'm going to split Velo and Stronghold each equally. So I'm going to do 10% allocation to Velo, and then I'm going to do 10% to Stronghold as well. So far, we've taken up 60% of the pie, and we're going to add some more as well. So we're going to, how much have we got left here? We've got 40% left. We've got 20, 40, 50, 60. So yes, we've got 10. We could ultimately allocate 10% of these each. However, I'm already covered with the ISO tokens with HBAR and Quant, and I believe Quant is very heavily linked to XDC with the R3 Corda. So what I'm going to do, just because I'd love to have those in my portfolio, I'm going to only allocate 5% to these cryptos in my portfolio. Okay, so what have we got there then? We've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. So ultimately, we could say another 10 to VRA. And Gala, as you know, I do fancy Gala moving up massively. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we've got about 20% left now. So I'm going to go heavy with Gala. Now, you guys, if you like, in my opinion, you can alter these ones here down below here. So I want to leave XRP and XDC as it is. So 40% total allocation. But these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those 6 cryptos in particular, you can rotate the amount of exposure between them. Say, for example, I don't know, say like HBAR. So you could ultimately change HBAR to say, let's say 20%, and then you could like swap out Gala to 5%. So something like this would be my optimum sort of strategy for this current super cycle that is about to take part. We are on the right side of history now. We have had the US elections. We haven't seen the low yet, like I said, for XRP in particular. We're looking at the anywhere between the 9th and the 16th of December, guys. But after that, it is pretty much all upwards trajectory. And then official breakout will be 36 weeks after the Bitcoin halving, which is like the first week of January before XRP really gets moving. XRP is probably going to be the last to move just because it's, XRP and XDC are the main two ones that are going to be running the show. Now, what I would say is, guys, I have been on the YouTube channel and over on X. I have been stipulating that I'm going to be looking at rotating these coins. So, for example, like Gala and VRA, I'm going to be looking at rotating these ultimately into XRP and XDC, which is why I've got both of the plans here. So we've got the XRP plan and the XDC plan. The link is down below in the description if you guys need a plan. So that'll talk you through it, interim targets, exit strategy, the lot. I have got a unique sort of automatic discount applied. So bundle 10 there will automatically be applied when you add both plans into your basket. If you check out, that is automatic 10% discount off. But yeah, guys, that is my portfolio if I was to go into this super cycle now, guys. I hope you found it very useful knowledge. Let me know what you would add, what you'd subtract, how you would kind of tailor your sort of percentage allocation within the portfolio. Let me know down below in the comments. So yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Do what you got to do as always. I've been the Blockable over and out.